This beautiful boy wound up on my desk, and this is kind of all hands on deck at the moment. From the East Coast to the West Coast, we are everywhere true crime is. We are asking for the public's help. We are searching in the woods. We are doing what it takes here on the Bullhorn Betty channels to find answers to the most alarming cases we have been watching on the news. I can tell you personally that I have traveled this entire country seeking these answers and bringing that content right here to you here on the Bullhorn Betty channels and Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories. We are happy with the work that we've done. We brought many answers to the public, and we have defied mainstream media in our pursuit of the truth in these cases. We will continue to work, we will continue to fight for these victims, and we will continue to tell their stories here on my channels. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty brand of channels and the Coffee Club. Thank you for your love, thank you for your support, and more importantly, thank you for allowing me to bring these victims' stories to each and every one of you, advocating for each of these victims. God bless you. God bless America, and more importantly, God bless our victims.
Siletz is a tight-knit community. Everybody's always looking out for each other.
To have everybody out there helping is what this child needs, so that's what we're here to do.
This is a 2-year-old. It doesn't appear that any foul play is involved in this. It sounds like the mom got her eye off of her son, and they live in a desolate part of, or a place that's kind of like farmland. There's not a whole lot around, and there's a huge river right behind their house, and this beautiful boy loves water.
Scanning the land and the water for any sound or sign. Dozens upon dozens of volunteers like Gregory Dewar took up the search, all with a different motivation.
I've got twin toddlers myself, so pretty heartbreaking.
Kind of geared up a little bit last minute and decided to come out when we found out.
I grabbed some of my radios that I have. I'm also a ham radio operator.
Search and rescue teams from several agencies spread out near the Elks campground, near where Dane was last seen.
Officials continue to ask for any information the public might have as rescue efforts continue.
This is kind of a situation where it's all hands on deck. This is Dane Paulsen, Siletz, Oregon. Siletz, Oregon. It's a very small community, and a lot of people have been gathering, trying to get the message out. This child is missing.
At the time of Dane's disappearance, he was playing in the front yard of the residence, out of sight of his parents.
There was a car earlier that was being investigated because it had been seen in the area, but thanks to a community tip, I'm told that authorities were able to track down the driver and rule out any involvement.
Right now, investigators don't believe any crimes have taken place.
There is no evidence at this time to suggest that any criminal actions were involved in the incident.
Hundreds of people have taken part in the search efforts thus far, including 88 certified search and rescue members, 40 investigators with multiple agencies, and nearly 150 community volunteers.
382 acres have been searched thus far, as well as 283 miles covered.
Watercraft and divers have searched the nearby river, and heat-seeking drones have monitored from the skies.
The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office says Dane has brown hair and green eyes and was seen wearing a gray fuzzy hoodie with ears, blue and white shoes, and black pants. The searchers tell us they will stay as long as they can to make sure this community member is returned home safe. Today, we also attempted to speak to some of the child's family members, but they were not open to speaking to the media at this time.
Right now, it doesn't appear that anybody believes that there's any foul play associated with this case. This child doesn't have any endangered child alert and no Amber alert. There was a gold car that they were looking into as being in the area that the family didn't recognize, and that turned out to be cleared. There's nothing going on with that. So right now we have a 2-year-old toddler, okay? A 2-year-old toddler that is missing out of Oregon. And right now we're just doing some fact finding, trying to find out any information that we can. It seems like this mother is absolutely devastated. I've listened to some of the commentary from the neighbors. I saw the searches that are going on for him right now. There is no stone being left unturned in their search for this child. But I have to tell you, God bless the first responders, the searchers. That appears to be a lot of wooded area that they have to go through to try to search for this young boy. And the water, that huge river running behind, I was wanting to see how well it flowed, because this is a 2-year-old. You're not talking about a whole lot of weight here, falling into a river that's moving pretty fast. It could sweep him away. And I was looking at the boats in the water, and I got to tell you, the water was moving, at a good pace against the boats. So we've got ourselves a situation here. I've already seen some rumors already coming out on social media about the mom. I'm not engaging in any of those rumors. Right now we have a mom that appears that she took some dinner over to her father's house, and somewhere in between the father's house, like, this looks like a little family compound. I kind of saw that, and I was discussing that on my live on YouTube, and it looks like kind of like a family compound. You got a large section of land, and then you have a house up front and like a house in the back and stuff like that. It appears that this is just a terrible tragedy. Law enforcement has been very strong in their indications, that there is no foul play. The one option that they thought would be, or would, pan out, was that gold car, which ended up being the person is cleared. So the person and the vehicle are cleared. They're not a person of interest of any way, shape, or form. So this is not looking very good, because like Kendra said, it appears that this child may very well have went into that water. But there is some hope here, because there's a lot of vast land out there, a lot of trees, a lot of places to hide. The one concern is it has been 2 days. The neighbors described a mother that was very frantic, that has to be very, very upset right now. And it sounds like all of the check boxes, as far as family and, the last people that saw this child and stuff, they're all hitting in the right boxes. So we're probably looking at a very, very bad tragedy that may be unfolding over the next few days. So just say a prayer for this family. More importantly, say a prayer for the mom and the father. If you guys have any information about this young boy, please send it to bullhornbetty@gmail.com, bullhornbetty@gmail.com.
Detectives and special agents with the FBI have been following up on leads given to us from the community. We continue to ask for any information be sent to us through our tip line, which is 541-265-0669.
If you guys can, please just keep this child and his family in your prayers right now, and just be vigilant. If you guys are out in Oregon and it can help, please go out. They have a staging area. I don't have that information. I'll do a video here in just a few minutes, and I'll make sure you guys have all the information related to the staging area if you're in Oregon. Also, there's needs to pass out flyers, and I'll get a video out as much as I can, cram into a video so you guys can understand what's going on to this case. I will absolutely do that. See you guys soon, and please advocate for Dane Paulsen. Dane Paulsen, 2 years old, missing from his home in Siletz, Oregon. So please help. Thanks, and God bless.